charities, and even Little League teams. So the judge's chamber is going towards a good cause.
Eloy Jimenez is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. Striding in, Leury Garcia. First pitch on its way. In there for strike one. Fouled away. No score here as we play inning number 2. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Gloved by LeMahieu. Throw to first in plenty of time, and his side is retired. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring in the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
The second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Oh, that's good.
The 1-0. Fastball hit on the ground is short. Anderson picks it up, and a good throw gets him one gone. Digging in, Mike Tauchman.
The center fielder, Mike Tauchman.
Here's the first pitch to him. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2. Maybe getting a little jumpy in the box, so he steps out and asks for time. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away, but that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up Gary Sanchez. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. Fly ball out toward left center field. Marte is under it. And the inning is over. All set for the start of the inning, and standing in the outfielder, Luis Robert.
Right fielder, Luis Robert.
Here's the first pitch to him. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Torres picks it up, and no chance on the throw here as he reaches first easily.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, Danny
To the plate now, Danny Mendick. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. That's by him for strike 1. Mendick swings and throws from the right side and stands at 5'10". He's a middle infielder by trade, of course, usually a shortstop, but they've got him at second base in this one.
Yeah, Matty, this guy's got some of the best hands in the game. It doesn't matter. Shortstop, second base, you can pretty much put him wherever you want in the infield. Premium defender, up the middle defender. Looks to help out the pitching staff any way he can.
Oh, looked like he was towing an anchor there. 1-2.
This hitter right now looks overmatched with a fastball. I think you go right back to it.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there to put it away, and tagging is the runner from first. And he thought better of taking that risk there as he retreats back to first safely. Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up Starling Marte. Here comes the first pitch. A pitch out. The throw. Poor base running there. Got him caught in a hot box between first and second. And he is in there. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Pickoff move to second, and he'll get back in safely. Has a look, now the pitch. Swung on and missed, 1-2 now.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
Tapped up the first baseline. Another 1-2 delivery. And he fouls this one off. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. And that's the second out. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. First pitch on its way. Third inning, no score to this point. Lifted in the air out to right. Judge is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Here's Miguel Andujar now. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
The third baseman, Miguel Andujar.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Count 1-0.
That was a changeup, so there really wasn't any intent behind it. Looked to me like it just slipped out of his hand a little bit. That'll happen sometimes because of the grip of that straight changeup.
2-0 now.
No strike.
And the pitch.
3 balls.
You could pretty much book it that a fastball's coming. A challenge fastball right here. He cannot allow the 9-hole hitter to get on base with the top of the order looming.
3-1 the count now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider. And now in advance of a big 3-2 pitch, time is called at the plate as he'll press the reset button. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. With that, the Yankees have put their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning.
Now batter, center fielder, Aaron.
At the plate, Aaron Hicks, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first. From the belt, the pitch. And he misses with it, 1-1. A runner at first with no outs here. And it's 1-2.
1 ball.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all 4 corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
The 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
pulled high in the air out to right field. Robert is there, one away. One out here in the Yankees' third inning.
And that'll bring up the
former American League Rookie of the Year, Big Aaron Judge. Here's a look over to first, but he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Has a look, now the pitch.
Nope. That's inside.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Hit high and deep to left field. A ball that's carrying. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. And it's in time as he's out at third as the good relay gets him.
Now batting, shortstop, Wainwright.
Into the box now, Torres, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's set. The 0-1. Now a swing and a fly ball. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. All set for the start of the 4th. And coming forward now is the shortstop, Tim Anderson.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get him in, but that hasn't been the case. This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but it's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
The catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
First delivery to him on the way.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike.
Not much you're going to do with that pitch right there. You have to catch it out front before it even breaks, and even if you do that, it's a tough pitch to keep fair.
Bruce in foul ground, 2 down. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Now here it comes. Oh, he chased a bad pitch that time. It's strike 1.
You get a swing like that, you know the hitter made up his mind he was swinging no matter what on that pitch.
Swung on and missed. That's strike 2. Swing and a little blooper to center. Coming on for it is Hicks. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Eloy.
So now to the plate, Eloy Jimenez. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Tuchman has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. Here's Jay Bruce now. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
For the Yankees, the first baseman, Jay Bruce.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. Now here it comes. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. And gone. An absolute bomb.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now. And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error on the Yankee line score so far. Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. At the plate now, Mike Tauchman.
The left fielder.
There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error on the Yankee line score so far. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. Maybe getting a little jumpy in the box, so he steps out and asks for time. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Sent on the ground out to second. And there are 2 away now. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gary Sanchez. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
1-1 the count. Up high, 2-1 now.
Count is 2-1.
And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike 2. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been in.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And next to bat will be the outfielder, Leury Garcia.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
That evens it up 1-1. Pitch on the way. Into center field, line drive, base hit.
Now back, the right fielder, Luis Robert.
Stepping in now, Luis Robert, trying to bunt his way aboard, but this will get fouled. sacrifice situation here, and the manager wisely brings his third baseman in to try and cut down the lead runner if it comes his way. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Changes up on him there, but it's 1-2. Nobody out, runner on first. Look out as this bat shatters on impact. Scooped up, Torres at the bag. But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out. Stepping up now, Danny Mendick. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's set and the pitch. Hot shot to third. Oh, and he can't come up with it. LeMahieu for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. Digging in next will be Starling Marte. 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
Sanchez moving to his left, and that ends the inning. And that'll bring up Miguel Andujar, a base hit in his first trip.
For the Yankees, the third baseman, Miguel Andujar.
Pitch on the way. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. Line but speared on a hop. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in the switch hitter Aaron Hicks. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
The windup and the 0-1. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
The right fielder, number
Here's
99.
big Aaron Judge. First offering on its way. Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter-friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. To 2-2 now.
88 on a changeup? I remember when an 88-mile-an-hour fastball wasn't all that bad. Man, the game's changing.
Fouled off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit sharply on the ground. Anderson scoops it up. Throw over to Abreu is in time, and with it the side is retired. So here's Yoan Moncada. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
The third baseman, Yoan.
Here's the first pitch to him. Ball 1.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
Now that's popped up, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. And a swing and a miss as that looked like self-defense there. It's 2-2.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor, and he's swinging a pitch that bad. Not good.
Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Takes this the other way to right. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out. At the plate, Tim Anderson, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon.
Anderson.
Here comes the first pitch. In on the hands a bit with the fastball. It's 1-0. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Counts a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox shortstop.
You see that swing right there? You know what that tells me, boys? That this pitcher is doing his job right here, but also the offense is obviously not picking anything up today.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. Bouncer to the left side. In time to first, and there are 2 away. And here's the switch hitting catcher Yasmani Grandal. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Shatters the bat as this is hit on the ground. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring up the exciting middle infielder Gleyber Torres.
The shortstop, Gleyber Torres.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Inside ball.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
1 and 2.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and then get right back outside. Nice pitch.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Number 9, Gm2.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1. And that's down into left center for a base hit.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
In now, Giancarlo Stanton as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. No hits to this point. Comes set with the 0-1.
0-1.
Off-speed pitch just missed inside.
Couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
From the belt, the pitch to 2-2 now. Runner at first here, 1 man out. high in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Here's another 2-2. Down the third baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Now a throw over to first. And late reactions, and they got him. Another try at 2-2. Grounded sharply, but right at that loaded side of the infield. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. Seventh inning ready to roll, and one of the more prolific RBI men in the league the last few years, Jose Abreu, will bat next.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Fouled away.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
And another foul ball. Ready with another 0-2. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Unbelievable. A home run. I don't believe what I just saw. I don't believe what I just saw. Into the box, Eloy Jimenez. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. There's a shin-high slider laid off for a ball.
Non-competitive pitch right there, runs the count to 2-0, and he is ready to do some damage in the box.
3-0 to him now. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. No outs, nobody on. The count is full, 3-2 to the White Sox DH.
Something that stood out to me in this game is the lineup's lack of a solid plan at the plate. Seems like way too many guys are chasing pitches out of the zone and trying to hit pitchers like that one down and away. There's no success in that.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Eloy Jimenez goes down for the first out in the 7th inning, and he fouls this one off. There's the big breaking ball, and it's by him for a strike.
Hey, I know it's a day game, but these guys better wake up. He's on point today, throwing a lot of exploding stuff, darting and diving all over the strike zone.
Tauchman is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out. At the plate, Luis Robert, a hit in 2 tries so far. First offering on its way. And that misses inside 1-0. Unable to find the zone with the slider.
Man, that's one of those. How could you not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Grounded weakly down the line toward third. But a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. Now the pitch. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double.
Second baseman, Dyn-Lgn.
To the plate now, Danny Mendick, as he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball one. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Cue shot here out toward short. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And they've come back to tie it up as it's now a 2-2 ball game.
the center fielder, number 2, Starling.
So now to the plate, Starling Marte. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 0-1 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. LeMahieu's got it. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over.
7th inning stretch.
And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat, that was a changeup he hit for a home run. I'm going to see if this time they don't go to more fastballs and curveballs.
Jimmy Cordero gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that'll get through into center. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base now to lead off the inning.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Tyler Wade will come on now and pinch run here.
Your attention, please. He's running at first for the Yankees. Number 14, Tyler Wade.
So now a pinch hitter set to come on as Brett Gardner's grabbed the bat and moved into the on-deck circle. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And he'll dive back in safely. And another throw over, but he's safe at first as he gets back in time. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. Now a throw over, and he's safe. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Now a move over to first. A dive, but he's back. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Shoots this one over to first. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead run's in scoring position now with still nobody out.
Now batting, catcher, Gary Sanchez.
first things first, here's a throw over. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Into the box now, Gary Sanchez. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. One-0 count. Here it is. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Well, the Yankees have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to see if they can get it, but now it sure would be a good time.
The 2-0 and a double steal try here. 2-1 now. None out, runners at first and second. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
On a good pitch there as he had him fooled badly, and it's a full count now, 3-2. Ready now, 2-strike pitch on its way. Now the runners take off again. Popped up. But he gets back in time, safe at second base. Digging in now, Miguel Andujar. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
This pitch is popped up. And that'll get down for a base hit. Throw comes in quickly here, so that'll hold that go-ahead run at third now with still only one away.
Center fielder, Aaron.
At the plate now, Aaron Hicks, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one. Bases are loaded here, one man out. Clearly off with his timing on that one, a swinging strike.
Can't come out of his game plan right here. He knows he's a known sinker baller. I know it was a four-seamer right there, but get back to that two-seam. It's what his MO is.
Now the 1-1 pitch is strike two, swinging.
2 strikes.
The 1-2.
That's a great take right there. Great pitch recognition to let that one go. Opposite-handed, that's coming across the plate. You might think you got a shot to stay inside that one.
The 2-2 will not catch the zone. Ball three.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
And he will look at a called third strike, and that go-ahead run has to stay right where it is at third with 2 away now.
Aaron.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
The set and the 1-1. And he strikes him out. So a missed opportunity at the plate as he strands 3 runners and the side is retired. Ready to begin the 8th, and next will be the switch-hitting third baseman, Yoan Moncada.
Yoan Moncada.
Now a step off as they try to get on the same page. First offering on its way.
1-0.
Good spot to be in right now as a hitter. Count your favor, 1-0. Good time to get a fastball and turn it loose.
Hard hit ball to second. And this is going to find its way into right for a base hit. And the leadoff man's on to start the 8th.
The batter, number 7,
Tommy Kingley comes on now, and he's just hoping to keep this thing tied. No save opportunity here.
Now pitching for the Yankees, number 48, Tommy Kingley.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. 3-1. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. And a full count now, 3-2. Oh, this is hit to third. Will it be 2? To second for 1. On to first, and you can forget about the go-ahead run being on base. He's erased on the double play. So the base is empty now after the double play. And next to hit is the catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. And every pitch so crucial in a tie ball game, so he'll step out and ask for time. Ready on 0-2. Grounded down the third baseline. A dive, but it's off his glove.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jose Abreu.
Stephen Vogt will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Your attention, please. Big hitting for the White Sox, number 21, Stephen Vogt.
And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0. it's fouled away.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Now time is barked out by the home plate umpire. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Now at the plate, Torres. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
The shortstop, Torres.
First offering on its way. And right into the shift. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Popped up. Grandal calls for it. 1 away. Digging in to try it again. Jay Bruce. He's set. Here it comes.
Whoa, that's kicked out. Nope.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
High pop-up. Mendick has a play. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. In now is the Yankees DH, Giancarlo Stanton. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat.
Ball, that's in.
Both teams have 9 hits on the scoreboard. And right into the shift. And he dives, but he can't make the play. It lands foul. From the stretch, the 1-2. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run.
Man, you could tell by the sound of that one off the bat, that was going a long way.
Neil Walker will come on now as the pinch hitter.
Number 12, Neil Walker.
Jay Spry enters here looking to get the final out before the 9th inning. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball.
And the right fielder is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. Into the box, Eloy Jimenez. And his guys need him to get things started here in the top half of the ninth.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So with a safe situation on tap, they'll hand the ball over to a formidable force indeed. The very hard-throwing left-hander, Aroldis Chapman. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And we kick off the ninth inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1.
I love the fact that this batter continues to be aggressive, but after striking out twice already, maybe he's got to take a step back, see the ball a little bit deeper, and be willing to work deep into the count.
A ball and a strike now. A ball and 2 strikes now.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Hicks is under it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Ready now, Leury Garcia. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch on its way. A high fastball is in there.
Ooh, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. Good pitch there. Had him a little out in front.
Made him look silly with that one.
The 1-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And Hicks will settle under this one for the second out. Into the box now, Luis Robert, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. 1-1.
Big fastball is definitely this guy's MO coming out of the bullpen.
Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon. Now the Yankee Stadium crowd, 52,000 plus on their feet. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
You can just see that the confidence is radiating off of them out there right now. That's 6 wins in a row, and this looks like a train that's not about to slow down anytime soon.
A 1-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. The New York Yankees came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Tommy Kahnle earns the victory on the mound. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Yankees, 3 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men.